Archangel Michael has an urgent correction specifically for you today. You've been thinking something about your life situation that isn't accurate at all. The assumptions you've made about recent events are completely wrong. Those feelings of guilt, shame, or self-blame you've been carrying, they aren't deserved. Archangel Michael sees the true picture that you cannot see from your limited perspective. Divine timing brought you to this message to correct a dangerous misunderstanding before it causes more damage. The blue light you've noticed and those sudden protective thoughts? That's Michael desperately trying to show you the truth. What you believe about yourself and your recent struggles is the complete opposite of reality. This false understanding is creating a massive blockage, preventing major blessings from reaching you. Your guardian angels have been working overtime trying to correct your perception, sending you signs and synchronicities. But the enemy of your soul has been working just as hard to keep you believing the lie. Today, that changes. Today, Archangel Michael breaks through with the truth that will set you free. The false belief you're holding right now is creating a serious spiritual blockage in your life. You've been blaming yourself for situations that were never your fault to begin with. This self-blame is exactly what negative forces want you to feel because it keeps you powerless. Every single day you continue believing this lie, you push away divine opportunities meant for you. Archangel Michael reveals that you've been seeing the entire situation completely backwards. What you thought was your biggest failure was actually divine protection working in disguise. The people you've been defending and making excuses for don't deserve your loyalty at all. Those you thought abandoned you were actually removed from your path by divine intervention for your protection. Your misunderstanding of what really happened has made you close doors that should remain open while keeping other doors open that should be slammed shut. The guilt you carry around like a heavy backpack is a weapon being used against your spiritual progress every single day. This wrong perception is the main thing preventing your breakthrough from manifesting. Archangel Michael sees exactly how this false belief is draining your life force energy daily, making you tired, anxious, and stuck. The truth he's about to reveal will absolutely shock you, but it will also set you completely free from this prison of false guilt. Now let Archangel Michael show you the signs that what you believed was wrong all along. That failure you experienced wasn't a failure at all, it was divine redirection steering you away from serious harm. Those relationships that ended weren't because you weren't good enough or didn't try hard enough. They ended because those people's energy would have completely blocked your true destiny if they had stayed. The job you lost, the opportunity that disappeared, the door that closed in your face, these were divine protection removing you from situations that looked good on the surface but were actually toxic underneath. What seemed like rejection was actually selection by the universe choosing better things for you. Review the timeline honestly. When did things actually start improving in your life? Right after the situation you've been regretting, wasn't it? Notice how new opportunities appeared only after the old situation ended. The person you thought was helping you was actually holding you back, keeping you small and dependent. Their so-called support kept you comfortable but completely stuck in the wrong place going nowhere. Animals and children sense the truth. Remember their unusual reactions around certain people? Your intuition whispered clear warnings that you dismissed as paranoia or overthinking. The dreams showing you walking away from situations weren't nightmares, they were divine guidance you ignored. Physical symptoms appeared around certain people, sudden headaches, unexplained fatigue, waves of anxiety. Archangel Michael was sending crystal-clear signals that you interpreted incorrectly because you were taught to doubt yourself. The guilt you felt was planted in your mind by manipulation, not earned through actual wrongdoing. Your genuine mistakes were small and human, but you've been carrying massive false blame that belongs to someone else entirely. Archangel Michael now reveals what actually happened behind the scenes while you were blaming yourself. Forces working against your spiritual progress deliberately manipulated your perception of events. They needed you to believe you were at fault to maintain control over you. Your self-blame gave them direct power over your decisions and your energy. The spiritual attack wasn't the event itself, it was getting you to accept the false interpretation of what happened. Making you doubt yourself and feel guilty was the real goal all along. This explains why you felt so confused when reviewing what happened. Your logic and common sense say one thing, but this imposed guilt keeps saying another. That person who seemed so deeply hurt by your actions was actually performing, putting on a show. Their tears and anger were carefully used tools designed to keep you trapped in guilt and obligation. What they called your betrayal was actually you finally protecting yourself after tolerating too much. The boundary you set wasn't cruel or selfish, it was necessary survival and divinely guided wisdom. Your decision to walk away wasn't abandonment, it was escape. Archangel Michael shows clearly that you were being slowly drained like a battery. Your light, your joy, your energy were being stolen to fuel someone else's darkness and dysfunction. The mistake everyone convinced you that you made was actually the bravest act of self-preservation. Those who judged you harshly were unknowingly supporting toxic dynamics because they didn't see the full picture. They only heard one carefully edited version of events. The version of events you were told and that you believed was deliberately edited and twisted. Key facts were intentionally left out to paint you as the villain in a story where you were actually the victim. Your empathy and kindness were weaponized and used against you. The very qualities that make you a good person were twisted and used to make you feel like a bad person. This manipulation was sophisticated, calculated, and completely intentional. Archangel Michael offers specific practices to release this false burden you've been carrying. Start each morning with this daily affirmation: I release all guilt that does not belong to me. I return it to its true source. Practice a powerful visualization of Archangel Michael's glowing sword of light cutting the cords of false responsibility that bind you to situations and people. Imagine the heavy dark weight of false guilt being physically lifted from your shoulders by angelic hands. See it dissolve completely in brilliant blue divine fire, leaving you feeling genuinely light and free for the first time in months or years. Try this mirror exercise. Look directly into your own eyes and say out loud, I forgive myself for believing lies about myself. Write down everything you've been blaming yourself for on paper. Then beside each item, write what Archangel Michael reveals as the actual truth. Burn this paper safely, releasing these false narratives into divine light and letting them go forever. Take a salt bath ritual to cleanse your energy field of imposed shame. As the water drains away, visualize all false guilt flowing away from your body and energy. Sound healing works powerfully here. Use singing bowls or simply your own voice humming. The vibration breaks up stuck energy of self-blame lodged in your energy field. Carry a clear quartz crystal programmed specifically with truth and clarity energy. Before sleep each night, ask Archangel Michael to show you the full unedited truth in your dreams. Practice morning gratitude for the protection that was disguised as loss. Thank the divine for removing what wasn't meant for you even though it hurt at the time. Journal daily to document signs and synchronicities you've been seeing. Track the actual improvements that came into your life after the situation you've been regretting. Archangel Michael wants you to finally understand who you really are at your core. The self-doubt and crushing guilt don't match your true spiritual identity at all. You are a protected soul with an important divine mission to complete in this lifetime. This is exactly why negative forces worked so incredibly hard to confuse you and keep you stuck in false guilt. Your natural gifts include deep empathy and powerful healing energy. These beautiful gifts made you a prime target for energy vampires and manipulators. People who couldn't generate their own light tried desperately to steal yours. Your kindness was never weakness like they said, it was actually strength they could never possess themselves. The spiritual light you naturally carry attracts both genuine helpers and parasites. Learning to discern clearly between them is an important part of your spiritual growth. This painful lesson taught you necessary discernment without hardening your beautiful heart. You can remain a loving person while maintaining strong protective boundaries. Your capacity for forgiveness doesn't require accepting ongoing abuse or toxicity. The very fact that you questioned yourself so deeply shows your conscience works perfectly. Truly harmful people never question whether they've caused harm to others. Your willingness to honestly examine your own actions proves your fundamentally good character. Archangel Michael sees your pure intentions clearly even when outcomes got messy. You've been holding yourself to completely impossible standards while giving others endless passes. Meanwhile, people who actually caused harm faced zero accountability for their destructive actions. This massive imbalance is now being corrected by divine justice working behind the scenes. With this truth finally revealed, a completely new chapter begins in your life immediately. Doors that have been stuck closed will now open easily and naturally. Opportunities you thought you'd lost forever are actually circling back around to you. But this time you'll approach them with hard-earned wisdom and discernment. The people who are truly meant for your highest good are being divinely guided to you right now. You'll recognize them easily by how light and energized you feel in their authentic presence. No more confusion, no more walking on eggshells, no more apologizing for simply existing. Your natural energy is returning rapidly as false guilt releases its grip. Notice increased creativity, motivation, and genuine hope appearing in the coming days. Synchronicities will multiply quickly, seeing repeated angel numbers, meaningful coincidences that can't be explained. Blue feathers appearing, butterflies landing near you, or specific songs playing as direct confirmations. Your dreams will become clearer and more directly guiding in nature. Your intuition will be sharper and more accurate than ever before in your life. Trust the inner yes and no without needing external validation from others. The right path will feel surprisingly easy even when it requires real effort. Wrong paths will feel heavy and draining no matter how they're disguised with promises. Archangel Michael's guidance will come through your own inner knowing and gut feelings. You no longer need others to tell you your worth or your truth. Archangel Michael stands directly beside you at this exact moment of truth revelation. The correction you receive today changes absolutely everything about your path forward. This message found you at the precise right moment for maximum healing impact. Act on this truth immediately, don't let old patterns of doubt creep back in tonight. Begin the releasing practices today while this divine clarity is at its strongest point. The window of accelerated healing is open right now but won't stay open forever. Your willingness to see and accept the truth activates direct divine intervention in your situation. Watch carefully for rapid shifts happening in the next 48 hours as energy realigns. Others may notice the dramatic change in you before you fully see it yourself. Show your appreciation for this life-changing divine intervention. Give super thanks up to $20 to strengthen ongoing angelic support during this important transition period. This energy exchange maintains the clarity and protection now surrounding you. Archangel Michael's truth has set you free from false imprisonment. The real you is emerging, and the entire universe is celebrating. Trust what you now know, you were never wrong about your worth. You were only wrong about who actually deserved your energy and loyalty.